Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and your many blessings, Lord. Thank you for the Ronald McDonald House.
Jeremy and Jamie England from Scottsville, Kentucky give thanks every day for a place like the Ronald McDonald House, which helped their family through a crisis.
Andie Cate was born a few weeks early by emergency C-section, and as soon as she was born, she was blue and not breathing. So they soon told us she was born with a rare genetic condition called Pierre-Robin sequence. It's a craniofacial defect where she was born with little to no lower jaw. She was born with a complete cleft palate, and her tongue was sitting so far back in her airway that it was completely closing it off.
Doctors in Scottsville realized little Andie Cate would need more advanced care than they could provide. They recommended Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt.
It was so scary to know that they were going to take her away as soon as we had her.
Immediately upon her arrival in Nashville, her specialized care began.
So when she first came down, they had her on a ventilator. They were just trying to figure out what to do next. You know, they had to set a plan in place, and they knew she had to eat and breathe. So they did a surgery to put a feeding tube in her stomach so that she could get all the nutrients she needed. And then we had to go about her breathing problem. They could do a very serious and complicated jaw surgery to actually pull out her jaw. Usually it's in children much older than Andie Cate. It was a very delicate surgery. At a few weeks old, they decided that she was strong enough to do this, and so they set about going about this surgery so that she could breathe.
The treatment for Andie Cate would take many months, so the Englands had to figure out how to juggle being with their sick newborn and caring for their two other daughters, Maddie and Gracie, back in Scottsville. They eventually found what they needed at the Ronald McDonald House.
We were separated from our twins for a long time because they had to stay with their grandparents so they could go to school.
If it weren't for this place, on Friday, on the long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we got to be with our girls that we were separated with from the week. And this place is like a wonderland for them. They loved it here. They loved Kay. They loved all the volunteers. It made them safe. Ronald McDonald House healed our family while Vanderbilt Children's healed our baby. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
With the family now together on the weekends, Maddie and Gracie were finally able to visit their younger sister.
Maybe about a week old, they were finally able to hold her for the first time. And the look on their faces is one I'll never forget.
Being at the Ronald McDonald House helped them be a family, but also guided Jeremy and Jamie to the special needs of Maddie and Gracie as well.
Shake and bake.
Something that we may have took for granted was that they were getting asked all the time, how's Andie Cate, how's Andie Cate? And I'm sure that they were sometimes thinking, well, what about us?
And the workers and the volunteers here, I think they know that about siblings that have sick brothers or sisters at Vanderbilt, because they just enveloped Maddie and Gracie and were really there for them when maybe Jeremy and I didn't know how to be or couldn't be. They had experienced all this before many times, and they knew how to get close with them. And they gave us tickets, I remember, to the Cumberland Science Museum here in Nashville, and we were able to take them there for a couple hours. And they thought that was the most wonderful thing, that they got to go with Mom and Dad to this wonderful place.
The two sisters also enjoyed one particular birthday celebration for the Ronald McDonald House.
The kids thought they went to the circus or something. They thought it was the greatest thing.
They got face paint and popcorn, and they were able to just be kids again. Instead of being Maddie and Gracie, the sisters of little Andie Cate that's sick at Vanderbilt, they were just the kids having fun at the park.
What do the girls remember about the special event?
We got to see the dude in the mornings from News 2.
We got to see him. My dad was really excited about letting us meet him.
He was like, he's right there, and we were like, he's right there.
That was a great event. I loved that.
As the family remained strong and together, Andie Cate continued to heal.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And eventually was released, and the family returned to Scottsville.
She's defied all the odds, and she's a spunky, spoiled 3-year-old that gives our family so much joy you couldn't believe.
For the Englands, the experience at the Ronald McDonald House will forever touch their hearts.
We're getting to go home, but that hospital's still going to be full, and the Ronald McDonald House is still going to be full. How many times you can be down in the living room there? How many times we prayed there? Not only for ours, but for all those that are here. I'm thankful that God allows a place like this.